Welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack Basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here in Plummer, Idaho. Once again, we were here last Friday. Now we're back here this Tuesday as your Lumberjack girls get set to take on the Knights of Lakeside here at Ron Miller Court. And, last week during the boys game, I couldn't for the life of me remember the name of the court here, but I did get it figured out and have that information as well. Currently, right now, JV girls on the floor, and the Lumberjack girls JV had a pretty good lead at the beginning of the third period, but right now it is a 33-29 lead for the Lumberjack JV team as they are trying to hold off a resurgent Lakeside JV team that's trying to make the comeback here and take the win, but we'll see what happens. It is about 4 minutes to go in the third period for that JV game. So that is a little update on JV action. Anyways, we got Lumberjack varsity girls taking on the Lakeside Knights here. The tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. And you've got the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here on KOFE 1240. Also, we have the audio on our YouTube channel, and we'll be posting a link to our Facebook page for that here shortly. We're going to take a quick break so we can take care of that, and then we'll come back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
Janelle. Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer, Idaho, home of the Lakeside Knights, as your Lumberjack girls get ready to take on the Knights here in non-league action. JV game currently on the floor, 35-29. Lumberjack girls lead on the JV side. This is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off here on 1240 KOFE St. Mary's. And we'll take a quick look at the 2A Central Idaho League, which is the league that the Lumberjacks are in. And right now, the Grangeville Bulldogs are on top of the league standings. They are 0-0 in league play, but 4-4 overall. They beat Moscow 59-57 on the 10th, and they will be hosting Kamei on the 13th. They are 9th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings and 7th in the Max Preps Power Rankings, which has now been updated on the Max Preps site. The St. Mary's Lumberjacks in overall standings currently sitting in the #2 spot in the 2A Central Idaho League. No league games for the Lumberjacks yet, but they have a 3-2 record. They did have a tough loss, 50-18 at Potlatch last week, and they are here tonight at Lakeside or Plummer. They'll be hosting Genesis Prep on the 15th, which is this Thursday. And the Lumberjacks are 7th in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, and they are 10th in the Max Preps Power Ranking. The Priest River Spartans in that #3 slot. No league games for them either. They are 1-2 overall. They lost 60-8 to the Sandpoint Bulldogs, which that's a big school. They are a 4 or 5A school. Sandpoint is, and that game was on the 10th. The Priest River Spartans will be at Kellogg on the 14th, which is tomorrow, and the Spartans are 20th in the Idaho Sports Power Ranking. The Kellogg Wildcats, no league games for them yet. They do have one coming up tomorrow. That one is against Priest River. They are 1-5 overall. They lost 68-51 at Bonners Ferry, and that was on the 9th. They will be, like I said, hosting Priest River tomorrow. They are 21st in the Idaho Sports Power Ranking. And the Orofino Maniacs, no league games for them yet. They lost 49-36 to Kendrick. They are 0-5 on their season. Then they also supposedly played Council, but there was no score on that game posted. And those two games, Kendrick and Council, were supposed to be at the Lapway Invitational, which is a tournament. They will be hosting Clarkston, though, on the 15th. They are 19th in the 2A Power Rankings for IdahoSports.com. Now looking at the top 5 in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, Melba is #1, North Fremont #2, Westside #3, Ambrose #4, and Cole Valley Christian sitting at #5. In the Max Preps Rankings, which is what they seed the state tournament with, it is Melba #1, Westside #2, 3 is Soda Springs, 4 is Cole Valley Christian, and 5 is Ambrose. So that's a look at your standings and power rankings for the 2A Central Idaho League. We'll take another break and come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's on Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's on Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Bill Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Bill Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Bill Trucking.
Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer, Idaho, where the Lumberjacks getting set to take on the Lakeside Knights. JV third quarter just about finished, and it is the Lumberjack JV up 37-29, and JV Knights battling hard, trying to cut that lead. They had it cut down quite a bit a minute ago, but the Lumberjacks have been able to extend that back out just a little. Not a big lead. It's about 8 points in favor of the Lumberjacks. So 27 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. And this is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off. Well, the Lumberjack girls, they're coming off of a pretty tough loss to Potlatch. The Loggers, the Lumberjack girls were beat 50-18, and that's a pretty rough loss for the Lumberjack girls. It's the biggest deficit they've faced or lost by so far this season. I was not at that game. That was the home opener for the boys as they were hosting Timberlake. So we were at the Lumberjack boys game. But I was told, talking to a couple of people, that it just didn't seem like the girls played that aggressive in that game. I was told that at the end of the game, they only had a total of 3 fouls. And most of the time, a coach would like that number if you're playing good, aggressive ball and it's competitive and, you were in the game the whole time. But 3 fouls tells me, with the way that score was, that our girls just weren't being aggressive in that game against Potlatch. They just weren't playing up to the way that they had been playing earlier in the season. I think I was told that they weren't really taking any open shots, that they were just, I don't know, it just didn't seem like they weren't playing Lumberjack basketball in Potlatch. So it's going to be curious to see how they bounce back from that loss and see what they do here tonight against a Lakeside team that's pretty tough. Because it just seems like a game where they didn't give 100% in that one. Like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what the Lumberjacks do tonight against a Lakeside team that beat St. Mary's in overtime just a couple weeks ago. And it was actually an overtime loss for the Lumberjacks. And I think St. Mary's led that game for most of it, and they just let the Knights get back into it, and the Knights took them to overtime up in St. Mary's. That was back in November. Third quarter just came to an end in the JV game. Lumberjack girls up 40-29. We're going to take another break, and we'll come back with more.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professional?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer as the Lumberjack varsity girls get ready to take on the Lakeside Knights in non-league action. JV game currently underway. 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Lumberjack girls with the current lead, 40-29. And like I said a couple minutes ago, the Lakeside Knight JV team battling hard, trying to come back, and they had cut that lead down to about 3 or 4 points earlier in the second half. But Lumberjack girls able to stretch that out a little bit more on the JV game as they are looking to play. And it was a long down court pass, good stop, just overthrew her intended target, who was wide open down in the post for Lakeside. In any case, back to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. The Lumberjacks, well, they played Lakeside in their second game of the season. It was Lakeside's first game, and it was a pretty competitive game that day up in St. Mary's. There was 6 ties in that game, 2 lead changes, and the Lumberjacks led that game 18-16 at halftime. The second half, it was pretty much just as close. Lakeside tied it up late and forced overtime. Lakeside did just enough to get that game into OT, and then Lakeside outscored St. Mary's 6-2 in the overtime period to take the win in overtime over St. Mary's by a score of 45-41. A couple of key stats from that game that definitely kept St. Mary's from winning it in regulation. One was the Lumberjacks only shot 32% from the free throw line. Bad number for the charity stripe. With 3 shots you're getting down there, you have to make the most of those. You've got to be shooting 60-70% from the free throw line, and you will win a lot of close games just by shooting good free throws. So neither team, I think, shot the greatest from the free throw line in that game. So it didn't help either one of them, but St. Mary's, it definitely hurt them more because I think they shot worse from the charity stripe. St. Mary's also had 25 turnovers in that game, so that also hurts St. Mary's as well. The Knights, they were 40% from the charity stripe, and like I said, had St. Mary's shot just 40% from the free throw line, that game may not have ever went into overtime. The Lumberjacks might have won it outright if they would have just shot 40% from the free throw line. That would have been an extra, who knows, 5, 6, 7 points on the board. But hey, we won't know what would have happened because St. Mary's didn't shoot better from the charity stripe. And again, those turnovers. Turnovers has been something that has haunted Lumberjack girls the last 3 years, leading up even to this year, and it still hasn't been the greatest this year. Like I said, I wasn't at the Potlatch game, so I'm not sure what their turnover numbers look like in that, but they have not been having a good season with the turnovers. They've been able to pull out some wins even with the bad turnover numbers, but they're going to have to curb those turnover numbers going forward. You want to see that number continually drop throughout the season, and it hasn't quite started moving in the right direction yet. It hasn't gone up, but it isn't going down either. So that's going to be one that we want to keep an eye on here once again tonight, is turnovers. In that last game against Lakeside, Stacy Mitchell had a double-double. She's had a double-double in almost every game, I think, except for one, probably 2 now, because I don't think any Lumberjack girls got into double digits against Potlatch. But Stacy, in that first game against Lakeside, she had 13 points and 13 rebounds. Tacey Watkins had 8 points with 16 rebounds. Berkeley McGraw had 8 points. She also had 4 steals. And Taylor Jansen contributed 6 points for the Lumberjacks. So that was just a look at those numbers. Pretty good numbers overall from those girls. And they've been doing that, like I said, and except for that game against Potlatch, they've been doing pretty well on the scoring side of things. And it's really impressive to see some of the scoring that the girls' varsity team has been able to do despite having the number of turnovers they've had, because those turnovers take away offensive possessions, which means you're getting less shots up, but they've still been able to almost match other teams in the number of shots they've been putting up. So it hasn't hurt them, but it has hurt them, because if you don't turn the ball over that many times, you're just getting yourself even more shots up. So, some of these games that, the one game they lost to Lakeside, or the game they lost to Lakeside, they could have won that by a lot more if they had used those extra possessions and not turned the ball over and made buckets off of them. And the same, I don't know what happened, like I said, in Potlatch, but it could be the same thing in Potlatch. In any case, we are here in Plummer, Ron Miller Courts, 5 minutes left in the JV girls game, and we've got the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's. It is 43-31 JV girls lead right now in the JV game. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer, Idaho. JV action right now has the Lumberjack JV girls up 43-32 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth period of play. This is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off on KOFE Radio. Don't forget our audio stream on our YouTube channel. There is a link there for that on our Facebook page. Share that link with family and friends that are out of our coverage area, maybe out of town, out of state, and they can tune into the game right there as it's being broadcast live. For away games, especially at the home games, we have not only that, but our audio is also on the NFHS camera that is up in the Lumberjack Gymnasium. So we have our audio being put out there on 3 different options for that. So it's really cool. And we will be back home for 2 games this week at home as the Lumberjack girls host Genesis Prep on Thursday. Then the Lumberjack boys, they have a week off basically. So they played Lakeside here on Friday of last week, lost that game 69-61. And the Lumberjack boys will now then turn around and host Lakeside next Friday. This coming up Friday. There's no games in between, and that's going to be an interesting matchup as it turns back around like that, because the Lumberjack boys don't have anything to do except for prepare for Lakeside. They have no other games this week, so they can review and they can go over stuff to try to prepare strictly for Lakeside coming up on Friday. So I don't know if Lakeside boys have any other games this week. They probably do. So they've got to focus on some other games before they can even focus on doing things a little bit differently or whatever against. I mean, they don't need to do things differently. They did win that game. But St. Mary's, like I said, has a full week to go through and try to correct things that they might have thought they did wrong. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game on Friday. In any case, back to our pregame here. We'll take a look now at the season total so far for the Lumberjacks. Now, my stats are missing, I think, 2 games. That is the Wallace game for the girls and the Potlatch game. So this is just 3 out of the 5 that I have stats for. But the Lumberjacks averaging 45 points per game offensively. They're giving up 35 points per game defensively. St. Mary's Lumberjack girls shooting 36% from the field, 18% from three-point range, 46% from the free throw line. They're averaging 51 rebounds per game. That is a huge number of rebounds that the girls are pulling down. That is a combination of offensive and defensive rebounds. And again, it is just a big, big number if you think about it, especially when I read you off the opponent's rebounding numbers. St. Mary's averaging 6 steals per game, 26 turnovers, though. Bad number there, 26 turnovers. And they're also averaging around 10 assists per game, which is another good number for the Lumberjacks as far as they're playing unselfish basketball. Their opponents are shooting just 21% from the field, 26% from three-point range, so a better three-point number from the opponents for St. Mary's. Opponents are averaging 43% from the free throw line, just 29 rebounds, 12 steals, 16 turnovers. That's a better number. The steals is a good number as well. That's part of St. Mary's turnover issues. 16 turnovers as well, and I'm sure Coach Wickard would be happy with 16 turnovers from 26. And just averaging around 3 assists for the opponents, which I may not get every assist for the opponents. I try to, but right now I've shown about 3 assists per opponent. Individually for the Lumberjacks scoring, Stacy Mitchell leads the team in 14 points per game. Tacey Watkins averaging 10 points per game. Berkeley McGrill averaging 5 points per game, and Taylor Jansen averaging 4 points per game. For the Lumberjacks rebounds, Stacy Mitchell averaging 15 points per game, and Tacey Watkins averaging 10. So in the 3 games that I've got stats for, Watkins and Mitchell both averaging a double-double per game. Sammy Sint is averaging 7 points per game for the Lumberjack girls. She is trying to remember. Okay, she's a junior. I, for some reason, was still thinking she was a sophomore, but Sammy is a junior, and she's contributing just like we would want her to as a junior in her role. The assist side of things, Sammy Sint, Berkeley McGrill, Kara Sexton, and Stacy Mitchell averaging 2 assists per game, and steals. Kara Sexton, Sammy Sint, and Berkeley McGrill averaging 2 steals per game. 1:17 left to go in the JV game. Lumberjack JV girls lead it 50-35, and from what I understand, the JV girls are undefeated coming into this game, so they're having a pretty good season so far, and then looking to possibly remain that way with only a minute 17 left and a pretty big lead over Lakeside Knight JV. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
The holiday season is coming quick. Start your holiday shopping today at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's.
Timber Country is loaded with deals on hunting clothes, workwear, and much more, including brands like Carhartt. Over at the Country Fair, they have great deals on fall fashion, clothes for all ages, and lots of toys priced for the holiday season. That's Timber Country and the Country Fair located on Main Street in St. Mary's, your one-stop shop for holiday cheer. And remember, support your local businesses.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer as your Lumberjack girls get ready to take on the Lakeside Knights in non-league action. And the JV game just wrapping up. JV girls come away with the victory for St. Mary's 54-35 over the Lakeside Knights. And both, the varsity Knights coming out on the floor now for their warm-ups. Lumberjack girls coming out as well. And going to get ready for some varsity action here. Let's see if the Lumberjack girls can bounce back from a pretty bad beating that they took in Potlatch last week by a tune of 50-18, and see if they can bounce back. Now, I'm not going to say much. Who was that? It was Sandpoint. Yeah, I think I mentioned that in the pregame, that Sandpoint beat Priest River. What was that final score? I have that here somewhere. 60-8. So that's a pretty rough game as well for Priest River against that 5A, I believe a 5A school up in Sandpoint. And you guys taking a look at the Lakeside Knights. They are of the 1A D1 Scenic Idaho Conference. They have two other teams in their league, which is Genesis Prep and the Wallace Miners. And right now, I think, I'm not sure what the Lakeside. I'm not sure. I think Lakeside is top of that conference. They should be. They are 4-1 right now as far as standings are concerned. In their regular season play. Their head coach is Chris Dorman. He is in his 8th year as the head coach for the Lakeside Knights. They have no titles in state, though, and I didn't really look to see when the last time they made a trip to the state tournament. I'm not sure. I didn't look that far into it, and I probably should have, considering this is a battle of two Benoit County teams. And, we try to, at Coffee Radio, keep a little bit of an eye on what Lakeside's doing, try to give them the shout-outs and stuff that we can, because, again, they are a Benoit County team, and I really need to start giving them a little bit more kudos and focus. Kootenai, we could do the same thing with Kootenai. They are out of Kootenai County, but they're still fairly close to us. But definitely Lakeside, we try to give them some coverage as far as their sports endeavors as well. And if you might recall, a couple years back, 2 years in a row, we actually covered their state tournament trip the year that they won the state title in 2020. And then that following year, when we did the first two games of their state tournament, and then Lumberjacks were playing at the same time for the championship, as Lakeside was playing for third place for the boys, so we weren't able to cover their third place game. But we try to get a little bit of stuff out there on the night. But back to the information that I have. The Knights sitting at a 4-1 record. Their last game was a 55-20 win over Clark Fork. And then they've got this game tonight. I did not look to see who their next opponent was after St. Mary's. They are averaging 57 points per game, and they are allowing just 27 points per game. Part of that comes from a game where they beat Kootenai. I think Kootenai only scored like 7 points on them, 6 or 7 points. And Lakeside scored like 50, or it might have been 70. It was a pretty high score in that one. The Knights, they're off to a good start. They have a 4-1 record. Their one loss comes against North Idaho Christian by a score of 51-38. North Idaho Christian is a private school, obviously out of Hayden, Idaho, but I don't know much more about them. They didn't show up as far as playing in any leagues that are attributed to any of the other schools. So I don't know if they're an independent. I don't know if maybe they don't even play to go to state tournaments or anything like that. They just have the teams. I don't know that much about North Idaho Christian. I'm going to have to look into them just a little bit more if I want to and get time to, but it kind of piqued my interest a little bit because they weren't tied to a league on idahosports.com. So they're obviously a high school, but I just, like I said, they weren't tied to a 1A, 2A, 3A. They weren't tied to any leagues or conferences. So I know there's independents out there that play as an independent, but then they can sometimes compete in like district tournament and stuff for a particular league in the size of school they're in, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, if I get some time, I might have to look into it and see more, if I can find out more about them. The Knights, they played St. Mary's in their first game of the season. It'll be interesting to see if this game is as close as that one or if one of these teams can control the game from beginning to end and keep it from going into overtime. In the first meeting, the leading scorer for the Knights was Kaylee. Let's make sure I'm saying that right. I think it's Kaylee. Kylie Wolf. She finished with 14 points for the Lakeside Knights, and she is actually a freshman. So she had the leading scoring with 14 points against St. Mary's as a freshman. A very good basketball player, and obviously a bright future for her on the Lakeside Knights team over the next several years. Ariana Javier Gore finished with 8 points for the Knights. In all, 8 Lakeside players scored in that game. I'm sure, though, that Chris Dorman would want to see an improvement in a few areas. Field goal percentage, Lakeside only shot 27% against St. Mary's when they played them at the beginning of the season. And they did just shoot 40% from the free throw line. So those are both numbers that you need to see a bit higher if you're the head coach. Also, if St. Mary's turns the ball over 25 times, I'm sure he'd like to see some more points off that. They did score, I think, 14 points off turnovers. They didn't do too bad on points off turnovers. But second chance points for Lakeside, they had 13 offensive rebounds in that first meeting, but they only had 5 second chance points. So you get 13 offensive rebounds, you want to see at least half of that put back in for points. So, I mean, 13, you're talking about 6. You're talking about 12 points, at least 12 points left on the floor there for Lakeside on second chance opportunities. This is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. We'll take another break, and we'll come back with more here from Ron Miller Court in Plummer.
With Stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
And we are back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off from Ron Miller Court in Plummer, Idaho, as your Lumberjack girls get set to take on the Lakeside Knights in another Battle of Benoit County game here matchup. Last Friday we had Lumberjack boys taking on Lakeside Knights. Tonight it's the girls. And we'll get some more Lumberjack boys versus Lakeside Knights action on Friday night when the Lakeside Knights come into St. Mary's and the Lumberjacks look to try to get redemption and split the series against Lakeside in that one. As going back, I think St. Mary's boys didn't play Lakeside last year, but I do think they played them 4 times over the 2 years prior to that, and I think St. Mary's won all 4 of those games. So Lakeside was, extremely happy to get that win over the Lumberjacks last Friday night. Vander Brown, I just now noticed he's here in attendance watching the girls. He had a pretty good game that night, as well did several of his teammates. So it's going to be a fun game on Friday in St. Mary's. If you can make it to the court in person to watch that game, definitely do so. We don't want to keep anybody from going in and watching games in person just because they can catch it on the radio or something. But if you can't make it, just be known that we have not only the NFHS camera, we have our play-by-play there, but we also have YouTube audio and on Coffee Radio 1240 AM on your radio dial. Okay, back to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off. And, well, the Lumberjacks, like I said, they're having a decent season. It's early. It's only 5 games in, but they do have a winning record, 3-2. It's been a while that we could say that the Lumberjack girls have had a winning record. So it's refreshing to see. And these girls, I believe, could be a lot better than what they have been. They could be 4-1. They could be undefeated. Who knows if they could just, I know it's a broken record, cut out the turnovers. Coach Wickard, I'm sure tonight's going to want to see a lot better effort than what I heard it looked like they showed at Potlatch. And if they want to win here tonight, they're going to have to play good, hard-fought basketball. They're going to have to play good ball. They're going to have to be aggressive, but they're going to have to play clean ball, of course. And they're going to have to not turn that ball over. I mean, it's just, I know they almost won it, turning the ball over 26, 25 times last time, but 26 turnovers just is not a winning recipe. I'm not going to even lie. It's just surprising that they do have 3 wins with the number of turnovers that they've had against their opponents who haven't turned the ball over quite that many times in the matchups. It's just kind of almost befuddling as to how they've managed to get the wins. But they've been able to do so, so that's good. But just imagine where they could be at or how much better they could be if they did not turn the ball over 26 times a game. And again, the turnover thing has been a broken record the last several years. We've talked about it every single game. And I would just love to see that number getting cut down as the season goes on. And we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, it is still really early in the season. Looking right now at the 2A record, 2A schedule, St. Mary's could easily finish up at least second place in the league. And, you know, if they can cut some of these turnovers out, they could surprise some people. They could battle for the championship in the league and a place at state. The thing is, I think there's going to be 1.5 seeds no matter what out of our league. So the Lumberjacks, if they can finish even second place, they'll still get a chance at a play-in game. And like I said, turnovers, if they can get those numbers down, they could be a team that could be dangerous down the stretch. So let's just see what they can do. We're going to take one more quick break, and we'll come back with a look at some upcoming schedules for the Lumberjacks.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to safety. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to safety.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler drops in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is a place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in the responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professional?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer, Idaho, home of the Lakeside Knights. Tonight it's your St. Mary's Lumberjacks taking on the Knights of Lakeside in non-league action. We're about 3 minutes from opening ceremonies. Upcoming schedules, everybody in St. Mary's, if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, head on out to the St. Mary's High School Gymnasium for the Hayburn Music Concert. That will be taking place at 3 p.m. at the St. Mary's High School Gymnasium tomorrow night. On Thursday, the JV and varsity girls will host Genesis Preparatory Academy. JV 5:30, varsity will play at 7 o'clock. On the 16th, JV and varsity boys will host Lakeside Boys, 5:30 for JV, 7 o'clock for varsity. We will be covering the varsity games for both of those nights. And good luck on the 17th as the varsity wrestling team will be at Grangeville and the JV wrestling group will be at the Lakeland JV tournament. Good luck to those groups as they are working their way through their season. I don't know how the George Wild tournament turned out for St. Mary's over the weekend. I know they were in first place at the end of the first day, but I never did see an update on where we actually finished. But from what I understand, they had a pretty good showing. Tyson Watts was selected as the wrestler of the week, I think it was, from his coaches and stuff from his efforts at that tournament. So regardless, I don't know exactly how it came out for you guys, but good job at the George Wild tournament for the Lumberjack wrestlers. A couple of other events, not school-related or sports-related. The Tree of Memories is going to be this Friday. The annual Tree of Memories memorial service is slated for this Friday at 5:15 at the Benoit County Courthouse. They'll have music and a small memorial sermon will be part of the event as well. Then the Lakeside Winter Program is going to be on Thursday. Lakeside students at Lakeside Elementary will showcase their skills and Christmas spirit at Thursday's winter program. The elementary winter program will feature performances from students of every grade at the school. The music teacher, Rebecca Hendricks, said that her students have been hard at work preparing for this concert. The Lakeside Elementary winter program will be from 6 p.m. or at 6 p.m. December the 15th at the Lakeside Elementary Gymnasium here in Plummer. So there's a little bit of stuff going on around Benoit County for everybody to check out if you have time to do so. And let's see, the clock is running out. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with your starting lineup.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kennebec-Del Trucking is one of these. Kennebec-Del Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kennebec-Del Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kennebec-Del Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back as they are getting the national, or not the national anthem, the starting lineups together. And the first starters is your St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and I'll get those to you right now. As we have the number 1 of Berkeley McGrill, the number 5 of Kara Sexton, the number 14 of Casey Watkins, the number 20 of Stacy Mitchell, and the number 23 of Sammy Sint starting for your Lumberjacks. Now the starting lineup for the Lakeside Knights, it will be the number 2 of Kylie Wolf, the number 3 of Martina Rivera. The number 21 of Destiny Matt. The number 20 of Kiona Allen. And the number 23 of Ariana Javier Gore. Get that squared around there. Is Martina number 3. Okay. So in the first game that we played when Lakeside came to St. Mary's, I didn't know who number 3 was, but she was actually on my roster. She was just listed as number 14. So Lumberjacks in their green, the Knights in their white. St. Mary's will be going left to right on your radio dial. The Knights right to left. And it'll be Casey Watkins going up against Destiny Matt for the opening tip-off. And the official steps to midcourt. The ball is up and controlled by the Lumberjacks. Sammy Sint has some pressure in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline, loses the ball. It goes into the hands of McGrill, and McGrill's going to be fouled. And it's a quick foul, not even 9 seconds in. And that foul will go against Martina Rivera, her first foul, team's first foul as well, of course. Lumberjacks inbounded over to Sexton. Sexton on the left side for the Lumberjacks. She picks up her dribble, finds McGrill. Now to the free throw line to Mitchell. Mitchell just inside the paint, and the shot's going to fall in for Stacey Mitchell. Lumberjacks score first. The Knights come back the other way on their first offensive possession, bringing it to the left side. Left wing into the hands of 23, Gore. Pass out to the wing. Now they look to the low post, back out to the corner. 3-point shot on the way. It is off the mark. Rebound is tipped around, pulled down by Sammy Sint for the Lumberjacks, and St. Mary's will take it the other way. Sexton brings it down on the far side of the floor. She's going to hand it off to Sint. Sint takes it to the left side as well. Now brings it back to the right. Goes to the middle, picks up her dribble, gets it to McGrill at the elbow, and McGrill's going to be fouled, and under not even a full minute gone, and the Knights already have 2 fouls against them. That foul goes against Kiana Allen. That'll be her first. St. Mary's will inbound from baseline. Sammy Sint goes to Sexton. Sexton takes it to the top of the key, almost has the ball taken away, picks up her dribble, finds McGrill. McGrill looking, works her way down towards the corner, picks up her dribble, goes to Watkins. Watkins tries to go right back to her, but Watkins turns over. St. Mary's, though, gets it back on a steal. And St. Mary's with the shot, it was no good. Rebound to the Knights and a shot the other way from the low post. It's no good, but a foul going to be called. And I believe that foul, no, it's going to go against, I thought it was going to go against Mitchell, but it's going to go against Watkins. That'll be her first foul, and it'll send the Knights to the free throw line. It is Ariana Javier Gore going to the free throw line for the Knights. First free throw is up and good. Remember, the Knights only shot 40% in the charity stripe the first meeting between these two teams. Second free throw is up. That one off the mark. Rebound goes to the Knights, though. They'll reset with a chance to take the lead. Gore with the ball, left side. Back to the top. That's the number 2, Wolf. She's going to drive. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Putback won't fall. And it's Stacey Mitchell with the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Backcourt pressure from Lakeside. Sexton takes it down the left side. All the way to the corner. And she's going to lose the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. They say it was poked out by Lakeside, so St. Mary's will keep possession. 6-12 in the first quarter. It's 2-1, Lumberjacks with the lead. Into Watkins, who is wide open underneath, and Watkins puts it up and good with the assist from Sammy Sint. Lumberjacks lead 4-1. Bring it down for the Knights is Wolf. Swings it to the left side to Javier Gore. She's got some good basketball skills. Drives the right side, kicks it back up. 3-pointer on the way. It is up and good. And now it's Kylie Wolf with the 3-point bucket. That ties the ball game up. 4 apiece. St. Mary's with the ball. Goes to McGrill at the elbow. Shot on the way by McGrill. Won't fall. Mitchell with the rebound. Can get the shot to go in, but she will be fouled, and that'll send Mitchell to the free throw line for the Lumberjacks. That was the second foul on Kiona Allen here in the first half. Mitchell's first free throw is off the mark. It's no good. Kind of off the side of the iron and back of the iron at the same time. Going to get a substitution for the Knights. Destiny Lowley comes in. I believe number 20, Kiana Allen, went off with her 2 fouls. Mitchell lines up the second free throw on the way. That one is nothing but net. Lumberjacks reclaim the lead 5-4. And bringing it down for the Knights is the number 3 of Rivera. She swings it to the 22 of Lowley. Back across to Javier Gordon out of the free throw line. Going to try to get it down to the corner. It's going to be a turnover, a steal by McGrill. It went right to McGrill. McGrill gets it across the timeline. Wheels back around. A pass over to Sexton. A little bit too high. That's going to be a turnover on Berkeley, as that pass was just too high, making Sexton have to go up high for it. 5:14 to go, first period. 5-4 Lumberjacks with the 1-point lead here in Lakeside. It's Wolf with the ball. She hands it off to Javier Gore, left side. Cutter, shot up, no good. Foul going to be called. That was the number 3 of Rivera. And they're going to get Berkeley McGrill with her first foul, the team's second foul, and that'll send Martina Rivera to the free throw line for the Lakeside Knights. And she's going to miss the first one. Rivera's second free throw is up and good. And we have a tie ball game once again. Checking in for the Lakeside Knights, number 11, Maya Wainaclaw. I don't think St. Mary's made any substitutions. Still got the same 5 starters on the floor. 3 minutes gone. Tie ball game, 5 apiece. Press from the Knights. Lumberjacks break it. And getting back behind them is Tacey Watkins. And Kara Sexton finds her for the easy bucket. 7-5. Lumberjacks reclaim the lead. Knights have the ball up top, working it on the right side. Looking to the low post. Knights almost turn it over on a kind of a high pass. Knights able to keep possession. Driving right side. Wolf, shot up. A little bit of a late whistle there. I think they're going to get Sammy Sint with a foul. That'll send the number 2 of Wolf to the free throw line. That foul goes against Sammy Sint. That is her first, team's third. And Kylie Wolf to the free throw line for the Knights. First free throw, front of the iron, no good. 7-5 Lumberjacks lead. Knights have tied it twice. Second free throw is good. So the Knights about 50% from the free throw line. Again, pressure from the Knights. And McGrill over to Mitchell. No, goes to Watkins instead. Watkins going to have her shot blocked. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Knights. So St. Mary's will keep the possession. St. Mary's had an opportunity once again as Watkins got down behind the defense on the press. The pass didn't quite get to Mitchell cleanly, so she couldn't turn and get it to Watkins underneath. Watkins did get it. She turned and tried to shoot from the short, just a low post, and couldn't get it in there. Now it's going to be Mitchell trying to get it into McGrill, and it's going to be out of bounds off of St. Mary's. Turnover, I think, on McGrill, as she was the one that hit it out of bounds. 4:15 to go first period, 6-7. Lumberjacks lead is 1. I think they led by 3. That's been the largest lead for St. Mary's. The Knights have not led yet. Down to the corner, 3-point shot on the way. It is long. That ball, ooh. I thought Sexton might have touched that last, but they're going to stay out of bounds off of the Knights. So St. Mary's will get the possession. Once again, here's that full court press from Lakeside. And we'll see who that one's going to come off of. The 2 of the officials are talking to see. It looked like it might have came off of Sexton's knee. And they're going to say, yes, it is a turnover on St. Mary's. So the score is still 7-6, under 4 to play first period. Lumberjacks have yet to make a substitution. They've been happy with the play so far. They've been playing pretty well, honestly. Lakeside drives left side, high shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for the Knights. Shot up and good from the paint, and a foul called. That'll be a second foul on Watkins, and that was Destiny Lowley with the bucket, giving Lakeside the lead change, as it is now 8-7. St. Mary's with the timeout. We'll be back.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With 6 professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
And we are back. 3:49 to go in the first period. The Knights have their first lead, 8-7 over St. Mary's, and a chance to make it a 2-point lead if Lakeside can hit the free throw. They have been 50% roughly from the charity stripe so far tonight. Both teams, well, St. Mary's shooting 60%, Lakeside shooting just 28% from the floor. See if St. Mary's making any changes on the floor. And we do have Michaela Spray coming out, or Michaela Spray coming in, Tacey Watkins in, and a free throw coming from Destiny Lowley. If she can complete the 3-point play here, it'll give the Knights a 2-point lead over the Lumberjacks. Lowley's free throw no good. Rebound went to Mitchell, and the Knights contesting for that ball. Mitchell gets the ball to Spray. Spray gets trapped on the sideline. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Lakeside. St. Mary's will keep possession, but Lakeside still putting the pressure on, trying to force the turnover, and they're going to do so. St. Mary's trying to get the pass into Mitchell. Mitchell comes off her fingertips along the sideline, goes out of bounds. Lakeside inbounds from the sideline. Looking underneath, ball tipped up and taken away. Michaela Spray with a steal. Lakeside with the turnover. Mitchell coming down quickly, all the way inside, loses the ball. I think it's going to come off the Knights. It does. Mitchell was going to try to take that all the way down and finish it herself from inside. St. Mary's will inbound from baseline. Into Spray. Ball is loose, tied up, and the possession arrow will stay with St. Mary's. But again, the Lumberjacks almost turning the ball over right there. Sammy Sint will inbound from baseline. Gets it into the corner. McGrill for 3. It's just short. And the Knights take the rebound. They go the other way. Knights almost turned the ball over. It's going to go out of bounds as it was Kara Sexton that touched it last. So the ball will stay with Lakeside. 8-7, Lakeside with the lead. 3:18 to go first period. Lakeside working. Left. Gets the ball to the left wing. That's to Rivera. Rivera hands it off to the 34 of Lambert. Now a little bit of a weave up top. Trying to feed it up inside. It's going to be a turnover. I'm going to call it a steal for Sammy Sint. And again, Knights putting pressure on. They force the turnover themselves. And then the Knights turn it right back over. They dribble it right into Sammy Sint's hands. Sexton picks up her dribble left side. Hard pass into Mitchell. Mitchell triple teamed, loses the ball. And St. Mary's able to still come up with it. Sammy Sint for 3. It's off the mark. Berkeley with the rebound. Putback won't go. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by St. Mary's. So I don't know if it's really sloppy play, but just a little bit of erratic, wild play here lately. Coming back in for the Knights is Javier Gore. Once again, 8-7, Lakeside leads, 2:30 to go in the first period. Bring it down for the Knights is Rivera. She flips it over to the number 22 of Lowley. Back to the top of the key, now to the left side. Now to the top. Working the perimeter is Lakeside. St. Mary's looks to be in a man defense. Over to the right wing. Now back to the top of the key. Michaela Spray on defense. Now back to Lambert. Lambert, they tried to get a little bit of a backdoor pass. It almost gets away from Lakeside, but they're able to re-corral it. And they still work it on the right side. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. Deflected out of bounds by Spray. And St. Mary's having to make a substitution there, as I think Sammy Sint might have had a little bit of blood or something on her. Taylor Jansen comes in for Sint. St. Mary's only made 2 subs so far in this first period of play. Knights working the ball still right side. A little bit of a weave. They get it to Rivera. Rivera loses the handle. Turnover on the Knights. Get over to Sexton. St. Mary's needs to get it across the timeline. Sexton takes it down the left side. Picks up her dribble, gets the spray. Now to McGrill. McGrill to Jansen. Jansen quickly covered. Right side. Gets trapped in the corner. Bounce pass to McGrill. McGrill with the shot. It is up and good. Lumberjacks reclaim the lead. 9-8. Minute 18 to go in the first period. Knights have the ball, looking to skip it inside on a skip pass. Somehow gets all the way through everybody and across to the left side. Knights still with possession. Javier Gore working her way around. She gets tripped up. Down to the inside. Shot up. No good for the low post. Rebound goes to Jansen. St. Mary's works it the other way. Jansen has the ball right side. She's covered. Over to McGrill. McGrill to Sexton. Sexton going to go back to McGrill. McGrill at the free throw line. Quickly double teamed. Jansen. Jansen, quick shot on the way. It's not going to fall in. Mitchell with the rebound. Her shot won't go. The second try won't go either. But she will get fouled and go to the free throw line. That foul, they said, goes against Destiny Lowley. Her first. 2 free throws coming for Mitchell, and she's going to miss the first one. Big substitution coming for Lakeside. One of the players coming in is number 1, Kimberly Pluff. Number 2, I believe Kylie Wolf checked back in as well. Second free throw on the way. That one misses everything. And there's 35 seconds left on the clock. Checking in for the Lumberjacks. Mitchell's going to get a breather with 35 seconds on the clock. She comes out. Checking in is Stormy Lockridge for the Lumberjacks. The Knights bring it down, over to the right wing, into the hands of Pluff. Back to Allen, out of the top of the key. Working it to the left side, back into Javier Gore. Lumberjacks defense trying to keep him out. They get a nice little movement there. Drive, shot off the glass, and good by the 20 of Kiona Allen. Nice move by her to get inside and draw the foul. They're calling that foul against Lockridge, and that'll be a bonus shot for the number 20 of Allen, her first time to the charity stripe. She's going to make that free throw. And it's a third lead change of the game, 11-9, Lakeside on top. Sexton drives all the way through, is going to lose the handle, though. She tries to drive. No, St. Mary's keeps it. Gets it to McGrill, and McGrill cashes it in. I think it might have been Spray with the assist. The Knights try to fire one at the buzzer. It's no good. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. First period, we're tied up 11-all. And we'll be back.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back, and it is the starting five back on the floor for the Lumberjacks. The Knights will start with possession in the second quarter. All tied up, 11-all. Close game, just like the first two times these teams met so far. Working the ball on the right side. Into the hands of Javier Gore. Up to the free throw line. She's going to pull up for the shot. It's no good. Rebound went to the Knights. Shot on the way. It won't fall. And this time a spin and a shot up by the 21 of Destiny Matt, and it's up and good. (13-11). Knights with the lead. St. Mary's looking underneath to Mitchell. Mitchell up and in off the glass. She's going to get an assist by Sammy Sint, and we have an injured player for the Knights, slow to get up off the floor. That's the number 1 of Kimberly Pluff. She does get up and gets over to the bench. Hopefully she is going to be okay. And it'll be Martina Rivera checking back in to the game when we have a fourth tie of the ball game. St. Mary's on defense, in a man defense at the moment, to the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Javier Gore, and it is up and good. And that is her first bucket from the floor. It's a 3-point lead for the Knights. Shot on the way by McGrill is no good. The rebound was to the Knights. And then the Knights turn the ball over. And then St. Mary's turns the ball over. So both teams are matching the turnovers. We're going to get a shot up, pushing it back, and a foul call. I think that's going to be against Sexton. That's her first foul. 16 foul. It'll send Wolf to the free throw line where she misses the first. Sexton going to come out. Lockridge in. Second free throw is no good by Wolf. And the rebound to Sammy Sint. Lumberjacks the other way. Sint in the corner, right side. Looks into McGrill. McGrill trying to feed it over. It's tapped back out by the Knights. Watkins to Sint. Sint for three. It's off the mark. Rebound to the Knights. Sammy Sint can be a pretty good threat from outside. She just, I think, forced that shot. Javier Gore is going to get an open look for three. It's no good. Knights track down the offensive board. They reset. Looking underneath, wide open. Shot off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around into the hand of the Knights, and the ball loose again. And that, I had that lineup wrong. It was Linnemeyer, and there was a push from Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer, I'm surprised they're not going to give a flagrant or anything on that one. But Linnemeyer will pick up her first foul. And it is 1-1, so we'll send the Knights to the free throw line. And Lakeside, the way number 21 is, I don't know, I know it's 1-1. That'll send Rivera to the free throw line. She is 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And she misses that. Offensive rebound goes to the Knights twice. Both putbacks are no good. But a foul goes against St. Mary's. And that foul goes against, again, Linnemeyer with her second foul, just like that. First free throw by the 20 of Kiona Allen is no good. No, That's not right. Second free throw is good by Allen. And Linnemeyer comes out. St. Mary's with the ball looking underneath to Mitchell. It's going to get deflected out of bounds. So Linnemeyer came out. Jansen came in for her. Lumberjacks get it into Watkins. Watkins is going to get it out to Jansen. Jansen going to get fouled. That foul will go against Destiny Matt. That'll send Jansen to the free throw line for 3 free throws. The Knights with a 4-point lead, 17-13. Largest lead of the game for the Knights. St. Mary's led by 3 at one point. First free throw won't go in. I think it was a 3-point shot. Their coach is saying block out. Maybe it was only 2. Second free throw, no good. And there is one more free throw coming. You gotta make these free throws, very important. Right now, Jansen 0 for 2. Second free throw high arcing. That one is going to fall through. Cuts the lead to 3. The Knights have outscored St. Mary's 6-3 in the second quarter. 5.5 to go before halftime. Rivera works it left side, kicks it back to the top. Now they work it around to the right side. Javier Gore back to the top. Going to get a 3-point shot on the way. It's up and good by Kylie Wolf. And that is her second free throw. She readjusted and knocked down the 3. 6-point lead for the Knights. 3-point shot on the way by Jansen. It was no good. Rebound went to Mitchell. Her putback was no good. Rebound to the Knights, and they bring it down and score again. I believe that was Ariana Javier Gore. Stretches it to an 8-point lead. 22-14. St. Mary's now loses the ball. Jansen with the turnover. Lakeside on the layup is Javier Gore, and the Lumberjacks have to take a timeout. 4:42 to go, and the Knights have gone on a nice little run here to stretch that lead out to 10. And St. Mary's takes a timeout. We'll take it too.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at Everyone's Hardware and Lumber Store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
And we are back after the Lumberjack timeout. St. Mary's trails by 10. Biggest lead by either team so far. St. Mary's has to calm themselves down a little bit and start making some buckets. They've had a few turnovers in the last few moments that have hurt them pretty bad. And some, not really the turnovers, they've had just some missed shots. Cross-court pass to McGrill. McGrill shot off the mark as she takes that shot on the move. Rebound to the Knights. Knights with the ball in the backcourt. St. Mary's putting a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Knights now bring it across. Backing it out is Javier Gore. She swings it to Rivera. Now back over to Wolf. Now to Rivera. Rivera looking inside. Shot up. No good, but a foul going to be called, and that'll be the third on Watkins. That'll send Destiny Matt to the free throw line for the first time this evening. That was the third foul for Watkins. So Watkins going to have to be careful if her coach doesn't take her out. Matt to the free throw line. First trip there. Back of the iron, no good. And just as I say that, Sammy Sint checks back into the game I didn't see. I think Sammy Sint went out. Watkins, trying to see who is in there. Sexton. Second free throw is up and good. And it's an 11-point lead for the Knights. St. Mary's with the turnover. The steal by Lakeside. Ball loose. St. Mary's trying to get it, and it's going to be a tie-up. Possession goes to St. Mary's. So St. Mary's only had 6 turnovers at the end of the first quarter. I don't really want to look at it now. I think St. Mary's has had a few more than they would like to have in the last few minutes. 25-14, the Knights lead by 11. Dry spell for the Lumberjacks. Sexton going to turn the ball over again for St. Mary's. A steal for the Knights. And that ball is going to get knocked out of bounds on the attempt of the rebound, or it might have been knocked out of bounds on attempt of the steal. So Lakeside will inbound. Coming in for St. Mary's. I got to see who that was. The Sexton went out. Brenna Elliott comes in. And we get another foul against St. Mary's. McGrill draws her second. And that sends Javier Gore back to the charity stripe. She's 1 for 2. Makes the first free throw. Lakeside extending that lead. It's up to 12 now, 26-14. Lakeside on a 15-3 run here in the second quarter. Second free throw, no good. Stacy Mitchell with the rebound for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have 3 minutes to try to make a little bit of a run here. They get it down to Sint to Elliott to McGrill. McGrill tries to get it over to Sammy Sint. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Lumberjacks. I think McGrill at first thought maybe that the Knights had touched it last, but no, the official said off of St. Mary's. Lakeside ball. Lakeside with the ball straight up to the top. Looking for the pass into the paint. It's going to be deflected and back out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover on the Knights. Sammy Sint with the ball. Looking, trying to find somebody to get the ball to. She looks into Mitchell. Mitchell trapped baseline, finds Jansen. Jansen's shot is good from the short corner. Lumberjacks cut it back to a 10-point lead, 26-16. Need a couple of good defensive stands and some rebounds for St. Mary's. Shot up, floater. It's going to roll over and in. Nice shot by Kylie Wolf. Coming the other way, Elliott with the turnover. Elliott trying to get it to Jansen. Jansen going to get called for the foul, and that's going to send the Knights back to the free throw line. Mia Wineclaw to the free throw line, her first trip there. First free throw is no good. I think it's a 12-point lead. That's what it was already. So the Lumberjacks have a substitution. Sexton back into the game. Jansen goes out. Second free throw by Wineclaw, no good. Rebound to Sammy Sint. Lumberjacks going the other way. McGrill, middle of the court. Back to Sint. Sint looks inside to Mitchell. Shot off the glass won't go. Rowan rebound. Both shots won't go. Good defense by the Knights as they were able to contest it but not get the foul called. St. Mary's then ties it up on the next rebound, but it'll go to the Knights on possession. So 2:18 to go in the first half. 28-16, it's a 12-point lead for Lakeside. Lakeside works it to the left side. Now top of the key. They're working kind of back and forth up on top. Now working on the right side. That's to Wolf. Looks to be a zone. It's probably still a man defense. A nice ball movement. Going to get a, ooh. I thought Sexton had a clean blocked shot, but no, they called a foul. Okay, so I'm going to give Sexton a block, but a foul called on McGrill, and that is her third foul. So tough for the Lumberjacks to have a couple of their leaders in foul trouble. First free throw up by the 11 Winaclaw. It is no good. McGrill will come out with 2 minutes to go. Linnemeyer goes in. And a lane violation on the night, so that free throw won't count. Ariana Javier Gore checks back in for Lakeside. 1:55 to go before halftime. 28-16, Jacks trail. Lumberjacks had a tough second quarter. Pass over to Sexton. Sexton to the corner to Sint. Sint gets it into Watkins. Watkins, or not Watkins, it was Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer's shot no good. Mitchell gets the rebound. Her putback is no good, but she will be fouled. And that foul goes against Wineclaw. Mitchell will shoot 2 free throws. First one, back of the iron, no good. Also coming in for Lakeside, Destiny Matt. Number 20, Keona Allen, and number 3, Martina Rivera. Mitchell for the next free throw. St. Mary's has not done well from the charity stripe tonight. Second free throw up and good. 28-17. It's an 11-point lead for Lakeside with 1:42 to go before halftime. 10 fouls for Lumberjacks, 6 for Lakeside. St. Mary's had a little bit of a time there where they kind of came unhinged a bit. That ball almost gets loose. Lakeside working the ball around the top. Working down inside the wing. Shot, no good. Rebound goes to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer gets double teamed, finds Mitchell. Mitchell goes to Sexton. Sexton's shot won't go. Mitchell with the rebound. Mitchell's shot won't go. Ball's going to go out of bounds, last touched by Lakeside. So St. Mary's will get a team offensive rebound. 1:04 to go. 28-17 before halftime. Into Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer dribbles to the wing. She's going to take the 3. It's off the mark. Mitchell again with the rebound. Back to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer right wing. Almost has the ball taken away. And then she's going to be fouled. I think that foul is going to go against the 23 of Rivera. Or Gore, I should say. That is her first. It is the team's 7th. That'll put St. Mary's the free throw line for the 1-1. Jacqueline Linnemeyer at the charity stripe. Linnemeyer's free throw, no good, but St. Mary's gets a break, I think. So it's a lane violation. The shot doesn't count, and there's not another shot. I think with maybe the rules, I guess. I'm not sure, but it just goes to St. Mary's ball as a jump ball. Kind of interesting. Well, because it was 1-1, I think. So that's probably why. So St. Mary's gets possession. They'll inbound from baseline. 51 seconds to go. Going to get a three-pointer on the way by the 22 for St. Mary's. That's Elliott. It's no good. Rebound goes to the Knights. The shot for Lakeside the other way. They had an offensive rebound. The putback was no good. And St. Mary's, it might have been Linnemeyer. I'm not sure who got that rebound. St. Mary's then loses the ball out of bounds. I'm going to have to call a turnover on Linnemeyer, and the Knights will get the possession. 33 seconds left, and the Knights hear their coach calling for 5 out, which wants everybody to be outside the perimeter, as the Knights are going to weave a little bit here to start trying for that final shot of the half. St. Mary's defense trying to get on them. They're going to get it down inside. Shot is up and good by the 20 of Keona Allen. 9 seconds. Over to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer, three-pointer on the way. Off the glass, won't go. Mitchell battling for the rebound. Can't pull it in. And the clock will run out if the Knights get the rebound. And that's how this first half will end. St. Mary's trails by 13, 30-17, as the Knights went on a 19-6 run in the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a look at the halftime statistics.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros, located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
The holiday season is coming quick. Start your holiday shopping today at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Timber Country is loaded with deals on hunting clothes, workwear, and much more, including brands like Carhartt. Over at the Country Fair, they have great deals on fall fashion, clothes for all ages, and lots of toys priced for the holiday season. That's Timber Country and the Country Fair, located on Main Street in St. Mary's, your one-stop shop for holiday cheer. And remember, support your local businesses.
Yeah, we are back. It was a heck of a first quarter of action where the Lumberjacks and the Knights finished the first period tied up 11-all. But the Knights went on a 19-6 run in the second quarter to give them a 13-point lead at the half, 30-17 over St. Mary's. And honestly, we'll get to that in a bit, but the turnovers for St. Mary's were not good, but there wasn't a lot of points, a lot of damage done off of turnovers by Lakeside. So it wasn't turnovers that hurt St. Mary's in this second quarter of play. Part of what did hurt St. Mary's was 7 of 27 from the field for just 25%. They were shooting 40%, but Lakeside, their defense got a little bit more aggressive, it seemed like, in that second quarter, and were just about all over St. Mary's defensively, and forcing forced shots, basically, that was hurting the Lumberjacks. The Knights shot 40% from the field in the first half, so good numbers there for Lakeside. St. Mary's 0 of 7 from three-point range, and the Knights were 3 of 7 for 42%, so they shot very well from outside as well. That gives them 9 points right there from outside. Free throws, again, another spot St. Mary's. Both teams struggling from the free throw line, the game would either, be the same or be a little bit different maybe if either team had made free throws. St. Mary's 3 of 9 for 33%. Lakeside just 7 of 20 for 35%. Rebounding numbers fairly even. 20 rebounds for St. Mary's, 20 rebounds for Lakeside. St. Mary's with 10 offensive rebounds, Lakeside with 10 offensive rebounds. St. Mary's has 10 defensive rebounds, with Lakeside having 12. And the assists, 7 assists for St. Mary's, 4 assists for Lakeside, 6 steals for the Lumberjacks, 5 steals for the Knights. Each team with 1 block shot. Turnovers, St. Mary's with 13, Lakeside with 8. And again, that number, 13 turnovers in one half is bad for St. Mary's. That's putting you up, again, to that 26 turnover realm. Lakeside sitting at 16 if they continue the way they are. Personal fouls, St. Mary's with 12, and that kind of cost them a little bit, or could have been worse if Lakeside would have hit their free throws. The Knights with 7 fouls. St. Mary's with 3 points off the bench. Lakeside with just 2. And let's see here. Points, second chance points. St. Mary's 10 offensive rebounds, no second chance points. And the Lakeside Knights with 10 offensive rebounds, they've got 6 second chance points. So they've made, they made 3 of their putbacks. So that has helped them a little bit. Points off turnovers, not a big difference there. 4 for St. Mary's, 6 for the Lakeside Knights. Individually for Lakeside, 2 girls with 9 points. Kylie Wolf has 9, and Ariana Javier Gore has 9. 6 points for Kiona Allen, 3 points for Destiny Matt. Off the bench, 2 points for Destiny Lowley, and 1 point for Martina Rivera, who the Lumberjacks kind of held her in check. She scored 14 last time against St. Mary's. I think that was her. No, that was Wolf that scored 14 points against St. Mary's. So she's on track, actually. She's still doing her thing, and she is just a freshman, so be aware of that. She's a heck of a basketball player. So the Lakeside Knights doing good. They had that great second half to really spur them on. Lumberjacks, not quite as good for them. They only have 4 players scoring points, and they've been having a few more than that scoring points for them typically. So the Lakeside doing a good job defensively. Stacy Mitchell leads the team with 6 points. She also has 11 rebounds. Berkeley McGrill has 4 points. She's got 2 steals, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. Tacey Watkins needs to step it up here in the second half. She's had 3 fouls for a while, though. She's got 4 points, no rebounds to her credit. Taylor Jansen has 3 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. Sammy Sint, no points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Jacqueline Linnemeyer has 1 rebound. Kara Sexton has 1 assist. And that's about it, really, for the stats. Michaela Spray has an assist and a steal. But Lumberjacks need some more production out of some of their other players that have done pretty well in previous games. Right now, 4 players scoring isn't going to do it. And really, a couple of those, Tacey Watkins, Sammy Sint is not having a good night, it looks like, for her. She needs to get out there and have a little bit better impact on this game. 2 Lumberjacks with 3 fouls apiece, too, though. That's not necessarily a good thing, as you got Berkeley McGrill and Tacey Watkins, 2 of the starters, with 3 fouls. On the Lakeside side, they don't have anybody with 3 fouls, so they're not in too bad a shape. Kiona Allen has 2 fouls for the Lakeside, and that's the only one with more than 1 foul. So St. Mary's going to have to make some adjustments. Going to have to try to cut down those turnovers, figure out a way to deal with that aggressive pressure from Lakeside in the second half. We'll take a quick break, come back with second half action from Ron Miller Court in Plummer.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
And we are back as we get set for the second half of play. Tim Parrish here at Ron Miller Court in Plummer, Idaho. Lumberjack girls with a 13-point deficit. Let's see if St. Mary's can put a little bit of a run on here in the second half to get things going. The teams will switch sides. Lumberjacks will be going right to left on the radio dial, with the Knights going left to right. Starting 5 on the floor for the Lumberjacks, starting 5 on the floor for Lakeside. And the Knights will start with possession. They will get the chance to try to extend their lead first with the first possession. Kylie Wolf with the ball for Lakeside. Swings it over to Rivera. Back to Wolf. Now they look down into the paint in the short corner. Back to the wing. To the top. Now left wing. Knights being patient with the ball. Tried to get it inside. Mitchell with a deflection. Shot up, and it's going to fall in. That was, I believe, Ariana Javier Gore. Makes a 15-point lead for the Knights. Biggest lead of the game. Sint with the ball, right side. Gets trapped, double-teamed over in the corner. Looking for an outlet. She's going to find Mitchell. Mitchell looks underneath to McGrill. It's going to be taken away. Knights back the other way. Rivera pulls up for the jump shot just inside the three-point arc. No good. Offensive board for the Knights, though. They'll reset. Back up to Wolf. Wolf left side, up to the elbow. Finds Rivera all alone, and Rivera puts it up and good for Lakeside. That's her first bucket from the floor. And St. Mary's now trails by 17. Long two on the way by Sexton. It won't go. And St. Mary's going to have the rebound. It was Mitchell. Or not Mitchell, it was Watkins with the rebound. And then St. Mary's turned it over. 34-17. St. Mary's trails by 17. Lumberjacks making it harder on themselves to try to come back as they just aren't able to get anything. And Lakeside doing a good job defensively. Matt down low, back to the top to Gore. Gore feeds it into the low post. Spinning, shot is up. It is short. Rebound to Watkins. They get it to McGrill. McGrill slowly brings it across, working right side. Spins around her defender. Tries to feed it into Mitchell, into Watkins, and she's going to turn it over. Down to Gore. Gore puts it up and good. Assist from Wolf, and it's now a 19-point game as St. Mary's struggles continue. Sexton with the ball up top. Getting a little double team action, trying to find an outlet. Going to get it to Sint. Almost had it taken away. Now looks underneath, trying to get it into Watkins on a bounce pass, and it's going to be a turnover on St. Mary's that goes out of bounds. And it's going to get a timeout taken by the Lumberjacks. 5:43 to go, third period. St. Mary's trails 36-17. They've been outscored 6-0 here in the third period. We'll be back.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back. St. Mary's outscored 6-0 here to start the third period. 36-17. The Knights have found a groove, both defensively and offensively. Stacy Mitchell there with a big deflection as the Knights trying to feed that over to the left side. Mitchell gets her hands up in the way. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be last touched by St. Mary's, but a good deflection and hustle play by Stacy Mitchell. Sexton now all over Wolf on the right side. Wolf drives baseline all the way underneath, skip pass, and it's going to be a turnover. She gets it right to McGrill. I'm going to give McGrill the steal. Sexton brings it down the left side, picks up her dribble, goes to Sint. Sint to McGrill. McGrill, her shot is going to miss. Ball is loose, finally pulled out by the Knights. Knights with a long pass down the floor. And McGrill just happened to be standing on the baseline as she tries to knock that ball back in, and it's going to be out of bounds off of St. Mary's. McGrill with a big smile didn't realize where she was. I think if she would have let it go, it would have been St. Mary's ball. Lakeside with the ball now. Up top, it's Wolf. Wolf works it to the left side. Cross court to the right side, down to the corner. Now a quick movement, feeding into the low post, getting the double team going. Ball is loose, and McGrill going to come up with it. A turnover on the Knights, forced by St. Mary's defense. Sexton picks up the dribble. Instead of trying to force something in, she finds McGrill. McGrill gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell double team. She's going to get it to Sammy Sint. Sint's shot won't fall, but it was a good try there, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. The foul is going to go against the Knights. Coming in for the Knights is the number 22 of Destiny Lowley and the number 1 of Kimberly Pluff. I'm going to say the Sexton must have had a steal there and then got fouled. Into Watkins. Watkins to Mitchell. Mitchell, not expecting the pass to come, almost lost it, and then turns the ball over. And then Watkins gets the steal. Sexton working her way down to the baseline. Gets double teamed. Gets it out to Sammy Sint. Sint to Watkins. Watkins looking low post to Mitchell. Mitchell double teamed underneath, and Mitchell going to called to the double dribble. So turnovers both ways. Both teams having some turnovers of their own, and honestly, the turnovers aren't what necessarily are affecting. It's just St. Mary's not being able to get a good clean shot as the Knights defense is all over them. Left side, looking down into the blocks, back out to the left side on the wing. Trying to feed it inside, ball loose. The Knights are able to come away with it. Sint had a chance maybe to grab it, but Javier Gore got to it first. 3.5 to go, third period, 36-17. They're going to try to go over the top with that. It's going to be a turnover. It went right to Watkins. Not really a steal, but I'm going to call it a steal. As Watkins ended up with it. They're going to get it to Sexton to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to get it back out. It's going to be deflected and stolen away by the Knights. Down to the short corner. Looking up top. Deflected out. Ball. They're going to call the foul against Lakeside, I think. So I'm going to get a steal there. I'm going to call it a steal. St. Mary's makes a substitution. Watkins comes out. Or not Watkins. Mitchell comes out. Taylor Jansen in. And St. Mary's still shut out here in the third quarter as we are 5 minutes through it. 6-3. The Knights have cooled down a little bit. St. Mary's defense stiffened up a bit. Down into Sint. Sint triple teamed, and that's what does it. The Knights, man, oh man, the Knights just swarmed to the ball. Possession will stay with St. Mary's, but they got that to the low post to Sammy Sint, and then 3 Knights collapsed on her, and she just couldn't do nothing with it. Kimberly Pluff comes back in for the Knights. I thought she'd already came in. Maybe that was Wineclaw that came in. They get it up to Jansen. Jansen going to be fouled. Wineclaw will get her second foul. It's the third foul of the second half for the Knights. St. Mary's with no fouls yet. Quite a few turnovers, though, to go around for both teams. Into Watkins, and Watkins lets that bounce off her hand. She was going to have a good look. Couldn't finish it, though. Shot up and no good by the Knights. They get the offensive rebound. The ball is still loose. And we're going to jump ball again as Berkeley McGrill down there fighting for that possession. Jump ball called, and it's going to go to the Knights. 2:46 to go, third quarter, and it looked like the Knights were going to really extend that lead, but they have since grown a little bit cold. That ball tipped right back over to the Knights on the inbound pass. Shot is up and no good. Rebound goes to Jansen, and Sexton will bring it down the left side. Sexton gets over to Jansen. Jansen, left wing, feeds it inside to Watkins, and Watkins can't finish the bunny from underneath. Rebound to Lakeside. Watkins, though, with a steal. Turnover on the Knights. A shot from the Lumberjacks is no good. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound for Well, Watkins puts the shot up and good, actually, and a foul called against Lakeside. Tyler Lambert picks up her first foul for the night. And Watkins a chance for a three-point play, and that shot is no good. And I thought there was a... Sammy Sint had the rebound. Her shot wouldn't go, and I thought she might have been fouled going up. They do call the foul afterwards. Destiny Lowley with her third foul. St. Mary's inbound. Jansen for three. It's up and good from Kayla Jansen. Sammy Sint with the assist. 36-22. St. Mary's cuts it to a 14-point lead. A little behind the back action. Almost loses. Knight's able to keep possession. Down to the corner, right side. Now back to the wing. Working right side. It's Wolf. Back to Lambert. Looking for the cutter. Turnover as it's a steal by McGrill. McGrill brings it quickly down the floor. Directing traffic. Picks up her dribble. Tries to give Sexton. Sexton going to turn it over. The Knights put it up and good. That was the number 2, I believe, of Wolf. Sexton picks up the dribble, goes to McGrill. McGrill looks into Watkins, out to the corner. Three-pointer on the way. It's good. Nope, it was a 2. It was just because her foot was on the line. Watkins with the assist. 38-24. Lumberjacks cut it back to 14. 7-8, not as bad as a run. Now St. Mary's is able to keep themselves in it a little bit as far as that's concerned. Under a minute to go. In the third, out to the corner. Three-point shot blocked by Sammy Sint. Another shot up. It was no good. Offensive rebound for Lakeside. Shot on the way. That one is no good. Rebound to Sammy Sint. And Lakeside all over her. Lakeside going to get called for another foul. That foul goes against Pluff. And if Lakeside's not careful, that's their 6th team foul. They don't really have anybody in foul trouble except for Destiny Lowley, but the crowd's not liking the foul calls, but the way they swarm to the ball, there's no way that there's not a foul on occasion on those. McGrill has the ball. Goes over to Sexton. Sexton to Jansen. Jansen for the long 2. No good. Offensive rebound to Watkins. Watkins put back won't go. And Watkins, I think, got the offensive rebound. Then they tie it up, and the possession stays with St. Mary's. 20 seconds to go on the clock, and it's going to be Michaela Spray checking in for Sammy Sint. St. Mary's will inbound. Into Watkins. Watkins, shot won't fall, and that's kind of been a part of what's hurt St. Mary's. Is they just haven't been able to get shots to drop. The turnovers, albeit there's quite a few of them, Lakeside hasn't made that many points off the turnovers. It's been fairly even. Long 2-point shot on the way. It's no good. Lakeside, though, with the rebound. Shot is up and good. And that was made by the number 2 of Kylie Wolf. And the Knights with a 40-26 lead at the end of the third. It is 16-point lead. We'll be back.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action? Heck, yes. That'd be awesome. Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we are back. Knights with the possession, 40-24, 16-point lead for Lakeside. It looked like Lakeside was going to go on an even bigger run. That's going to be a shot up, no good, a foul there, and I believe that might go against McGrill. That will be Berkeley's 4th foul. That sends the number 20 of Kiona Allen to the free throw line. She is 2 for 3, so she's had a decent night from the charity stripe. Neither team really shooting the greatest. They're both under 50%. That first one will roll in, though. Berkeley will come out with that 4th foul. Checking in for her is Brenna Elliott. Second free throw. This is the first free throws taken by the Knights in the second half. The free throw is no good. The rebound to Spray. Sexton brings it down for St. Mary's. Down to the corner to Jansen. Jansen for 3. That is good. Kayla Jansen, if she can get on fire, she can be dangerous from outside. It's 41-27, Jack's lead. A couple of three-pointers. St. Mary's almost right back in it if they can stop the Knights. Down inside, shot partially blocked by Watkins. Offensive rebound, though, for the Knights. They'll reset. Going to pull back for the quick 3. It's up and good. That was Kylie Wolf with her 3rd 3 of the game. 44-27. Now to Jansen. That three-pointer is short. They're just trying to find Jansen down there on the corner, and she's made a couple of them. St. Mary's now putting a lot of pressure on in the backcourt, seeing if they can get the stop. Knights finally get it down across the timeline. Down to the corner, back up. Little stutter step, shot up and good. That was a nice move by Kylie Wolf. I almost thought she might have traveled, but no. No call. 46-27. Over to Elliott. Elliott looking into Watkins, and that, I think, came off of Casey's hand. Watkins going to come out. Mitchell checks back in for the Lumberjacks. (46-27). Again, turnovers have played a part. Not as big of a part. There's still too many turnovers. St. Mary's up to 22 in the second half already. That's probably a little bit more than that. Going to get a steal by, nope, almost a steal by Sexton. Instead, Lakeside gets it up underneath to Javier Gore, and it's up and good. And a steal by the Knights. I didn't see who turned it over, but that was another turnover on the Lumberjacks. Shot up, no good, foul called. I believe that's going to go against Sexton. Only her second foul of the game. That sends the 2 of Wolf to the free throw line. She is 1 for 4 from the charity stripe. She's going to make the first one. Sexton, I believe, came off. Now they're getting the shooter over to the side. I think she's got a little bit of blood on her. Blood on her jersey. So who came in for Sexton? I think it was Sammy Fint. St. Mary's going with a little bit larger. So they're going to send in somebody else to shoot the other free throw. This time it's going to be Destiny Lowley with the second free throw. And that free throw's up and good. 50-27, a 13-point lead again for Lakeside. I believe I'm correct on that. Quick math. A bad pass by Brenna Elliott, though, is going to be a turnover and a steal by the Lakeside Knights. Coming the other way, going to get a nice deflection by McGrill. I think a blocked shot by St. Mary's. I didn't see who blocked it. Shot on the way, no good. Up high off the glass. Offensive rebound. It's going to go out of bounds off of St. Mary's, so it'll stay with the Knights. So some additional chances here for Lakeside. Going to get the ball up to the top. Shot on the way from three-point range. It is up and good. And one heating up from three-point range. Oh, no, that was actually Rivera. That was her second shot from the floor on the game. 53-27. I think it was a 13-point game, and now the ball is loose. So I think it's still only a 16-point game, if my math is correct. The Knights led by as much as 19. St. Mary's has battled. They've really fought to try to stay into this game, but it's been tough. Knights have outscored them 13-3 in the fourth. And there's a bad pass by Spray as she turns that over. Unforced, turns it right to the Knights. Knights going to come back. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound for the Knights, though. Another shot up. It's no good. Ball is tied up. Now it's loose. Sammy Sint dives on it. And a jump ball called. Possession, I think, will go to St. Mary's this time, so give it as a team defensive rebound for the Lumberjacks. Well, 13 only gets them to 40. I think I'm wrong on my... That was a steal, I think, by the Knights as they jumped right in front of the pass. Now we get a whistle. I'm not sure what that was. St. Mary's does inbound. So I think it's a 23-point lead. I think I'm a little bit off on my math there. Into Spray. Spray at the elbow. Lumberjack's not moving to give her any help. She's going to get loose and tries to pass it across and turns it over. And the Lumberjacks are kind of looking like they're not playing as hard now in this late part of the game. 55-27. Sent out to Elliott. Elliott for three. Oh, in and out. St. Mary's trying to get the rebound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by St. Mary's. And that was a heck of a shot by Elliott as that went in and out. Linnemeyer checks in for St. Mary's. Michaela Spray goes out. So the Knights back on offense. Over to the right side now. Looking into the short corner. Right side. Still working on that side of the floor. Up to the elbow. Hands it off to Javier Gore. She gets covered by Mitchell. Now they look into the post. Shot up. It won't fall. And again, fight for the loose ball. It's going to be a tie-up, and the possession goes to the Knights. Getting a little, I don't know, something slowing down here a little bit. Into the corner, left side, now up to the elbow to Javier Gore. She's going to take the long three. That one's off the mark. Knights are going to track the rebound in the backcourt. They weren't sure if they wanted to grab it at first, but it was off of a shot, so I'm pretty sure it was a free ball regardless. Didn't matter who it came off of. Knights working it down. Shot up. It is no good. Rebound to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer with the turnover, though. Knights with a steal. They'll restart. Ball knocked up in the air. St. Mary's can't get a hold of it. Shot up off the front of the rim. No good. Ball tipped around. Linnemeyer with the rebound. St. Mary's coming the other way. Linnemeyer drives all the way. Tries to step in. Shot up. Won't good. Is rebounded by the Knights. I don't think it was partially blocked. Just good defense. Other way. Shot is up by the Knights. It won't fall in. Mitchell, I guess, with the rebound. Bodies hit the floor. Crowd looking for a whistle. None coming. Bad pass by Elliott. Now St. Mary's is just, I don't know. I don't want to say that they're, seem like they're playing kind of lazy right now. Free throw, or that shot missed. Mitchell with the rebound. They're kind of giving up on that. Ball almost taken away. They find Sammy Sint. Her shot is good. Elliott with the assist, and really Elliott was the one that was kind of just playing lackadaisical, it seemed like to me. And the Lumberjacks going to take a timeout with 2:25 to go. We'll take it as well.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
And we are back. Some substitutions here for St. Mary's. Trying to see who is off the floor. Mitchell is not in. I'm going to clear it and get this set up because we've got Sloper is out there for the Lumberjacks. Sexton. Some of the youngers. Jansen. A little extra spark. Something here at the end. Lumberjacks going to get the turnover. I think it was Sexton maybe getting the steal. Sexton down the court to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer back other side to Jansen. Jansen with the three. It's off the mark. Rebound tapped around. Pulled down by the Knights finally. St. Mary's had a chance to get that offensive board. Knights into the paint. Shot up. It won't fall. Rebound to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer gets triple teamed on the sideline. She's going to find Sexton. Sexton to Jansen. Jansen long two. Short. Offense or rebound to the Knights. The Knights quickly the other way. Wolf with the ball. She's going to take the three. That's off the mark. Offensive rebound for the Knights. They are able to track it down. Shot on the way. That's good for 3-point range. I believe that was the number 11 of Wyneclaw. Her first point of the game. And a foul coming the other way. That foul goes against Wolf. That's her first. That'll send Lumberjacks to the free throw line. Knights send in a bunch of subs, putting in their younger group of girls. Lumberjacks are going to make a substitution, but Sexton has to shoot her free throws first. As Kara Sexton to the charity stripe. 1-1, I believe, is what it was. Now we can get Spray in for Sexton. 58-29, Lumberjacks trail Lakeside. Lakeside with the ball. Right side, feeding it down inside. Going to get a steal and a foul. Linnemeyer got the steal. And the foul goes against Cassidy Gore, who had just checked in. She is a freshman. That sends Linnemeyer to the free throw line. 54 seconds to go. 1-1. Linnemeyer's free throw is up, and it's going to rattle home. 55-30. Lumberjacks trail by 25. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. So Lumberjacks, it was tied at the end of the first quarter, but it's been all night since then. Knights have scored double digits all four quarters. St. Mary's only had the double digits in the first. And the Knights were able to play some stingy defense to keep St. Mary's from keeping it close. Lakeside has the ball. Right side of the floor. Ball is going to be tapped out of bounds by Linnemeyer. It'll stay with Lakeside. 35 seconds on the clock. Lakeside going to improve to 5-1. St. Mary's going to fall to 3-3 on the season. Lumberjacks will have a short memory as they will face Genesis Prep on Thursday in St. Mary's. And there's going to be a travel call on Lakeside. Number 42, I don't have her on a roster for the varsity. That if it is the same one, it could be Fawn Abrahamson if it's her same number on JV. St. Mary's will bring it down. Linnemeyer has it down the top of the key. Right side, picks up the dribble, goes over to Spray. Spray finds Lockridge. Lockridge backs it back out to Spray. Up the top to Linnemeyer. Linnemeyer for three, high off the glass. It won't fall in from three-point range. Spray with the rebound. I believe Spray is going to be fouled. Kimberly Pluff gets her second foul. That'll send Michaela Spray to the free throw line. Free throw missed. Rebound to the Knights, and I have a three-pointer not on there for Lakeside somewhere. Going to get a block shot at the buzzer by St. Mary's, and that's how the game comes to an end. 58-31. St. Mary's falls to Lakeside here tonight in girls basketball action. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and give you our post-game wrap-up.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
Tim Parrish back here at Ron Miller Court as the Lumberjacks fall 58-31 to the Lakeside Knights. And it looked like it was going to be a battle in the end in the first quarter, as it was an 11-11 ball game. But Lakeside came out with a 19-6 run in the second quarter, gave themselves a nice pad going into the halftime. And St. Mary's tried to make a little bit of a run there. It looked like Lakeside was going to score a bunch in the second half, third quarter, but St. Mary's kept that to a 10-7 advantage for Lakeside. But then Lakeside had an 18-7 run in the fourth quarter. St. Mary's just could not find their footing against a tough Lakeside defense in the last three quarters of the game. St. Mary's shot just 26% from the field. Lakeside not a lot better. I'm sure even their coach would like to see better than 38% from the field. St. Mary's 15% from outside from three-point range. Lakeside 46% from three-point range. That's a very good number. St. Mary's just 35% from the free throw line. Lakeside 41%. So again, neither team shooting particularly well from the charity stripe. Lumberjacks held to 37 rebounds. Lakeside with 43. 17 offensive and 20 defensive for St. Mary's. 21 offensive, 21 defensive for Lakeside. 11 assists for St. Mary's, 7 assists for Lakeside. The Lumberjacks had 15 steals. Lakeside with 14 steals. St. Mary's turned it over 30 times tonight. Lakeside with a big number of turnovers too, though. They had 18 turnovers, each team with 14 fouls. Points off the bench for St. Mary's, they ended up having a good number off the bench, 13 points. The Knights with just 3 points off the bench. St. Mary's, though, struggled here. Here's a couple of categories. They had a decent amount of offensive rebounds, but 2 second-chance points did not help them one bit, while Lakeside had 16 second-chance points. The Lumberjacks had just 7 points off of turnovers, and Lakeside had 14. So right there is where the game was won and lost for the Lumberjacks, if you really want to think about it for that side of the stats. St. Mary's did not take take advantage of their opportunities, both on the turnover side and the second chance opportunities. Lakeside did. Individually, Lakeside, 2 players in double digits. Kylie Wolf finishes with 19. Ariana Javier Gore with 17. 7 points for Kiona Allen. 6 points for Martina Rivera. 3 points for Destiny Matt. 3 points for Destiny Lowley off the bench. For St. Mary's, Taylor Jansen finishes with 11 points tonight. She had 2 rebounds and an assist. Stacey Mitchell with 6 points, 13 rebounds. Casey Watkins, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Watkins had 3 steals and an assist. 4 points for Berkeley McGrill. McGrill had 4 steals and an assist. 2 points for Sammy Sint, who had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block shot. 2 points for Jacqueline Linnemeyer, and that's it for scoring. Michaela Spray with 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Sexton had 2 assists, 3 steals, and a block shot. Once again, though, St. Mary's falls to 3-3 on the season. We'll have to rebound, see if they can get out of that losing streak. They've got a 2-game losing streak at the moment. They are going to be facing Genesis Prep on Thursday back home in St. Mary's. We will be there for that game, of course, and with the pregame action and everything. JV will start at 5:30. The varsity will be at 7 o'clock right here for the varsity action on Coffee Radio. But that's going to do it here for us from Lakeside. Once again, as the Lumberjacks fall, I don't remember the final score, 58-31, I think, was the final. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. I'm Tim Parrish. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here Thursday night for more Lumberjack basketball.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!